what's up guys? Welcome to the vlog. It is Friday, November 17th, back home in Indiana. Actually on my way to Indianapolis right now for the weekend to hang out with my buddy John because it's a big weekend. Justice League comes out, I think tonight. Then you've got, I actually think it came out last night, but I didn't see it last night. And then Star Wars Battlefront 2 came out this morning. I just bought Call of Duty World War II. So this weekend is about to be pretty lit if you have the same interest as me, which is movies, video games, and just chilling. So yeah, about to head to Indy, have a pretty good weekend, and I will see you guys when I get there. Alright guys, so a quick pit stop here to get gas, and two things that I've noticed since being back in Indiana. One, it's freezing, I'm not used to it, and I don't like it. It is 35 degrees, not okay. And two, gas here is $2.64. That's too much. I was in Texas a couple days ago, gas was $2.09. When I was in Florida, it never got above the 220s, it was always in the teens and 20s. Here, $2.64 is the cheapest I've seen it since I left home, and I'm here now in Indianapolis. Like, $2.64? That's too much for a gallon of gas.
Kills. Oh, I guess this is just like skirmish or whatever.
Oh, Leia just, she right and left, right, left. Okay, Leia. Trying to see everything she has to offer.
Well, that was kind of cool.
How you just levitated them and chucked them.
I force pushed them.
Oh, Leia can freeze those guys. Got him.
Did you see me?
Yeah. You were ripping those guys in half. 4 minutes and 50 seconds to defeat the Empire. That would have really cut down on the runtime in the original movies. Alright guys, so got here to Indy, went and played Star Wars Battlefront 2 for a little while, going to pick up pizza now. I guess I can tell you about Star Wars Battlefront 2 real quick. So the game just came out today. Played the arcade mode, played a little bit of multiplayer, didn't play the campaign, so I'm like, this is just me critiquing everything but the campaign, which I'm very excited for still, despite being incredibly disappointed with everything with multiplayer, co-op, split screen, arcade mode, all of that. Very disappointed. I feel like the game took a big step backwards. You don't have those, it's so frustrating that you have these new games that should be so immersive, and your old Galactic Conquest and instant action maps and different things like that are no longer in a Star Wars Battlefront game when you have these platforms that could give you so much. But yeah, I'm just gonna say, I'm incredibly disappointed with Star Wars Battlefront 2. The hero and villain gameplay is pretty good. I mean, it looks good, the graphics are awesome, you have more playable characters, but when it just comes down to the actual gameplay and the things that are available to you, especially if you want to play like co-op or split screen with a buddy like I wanted to, it's so... you just don't have any options unless you want to just play like a quick arcade mode, which gets old very quick. So do I recommend picking up Star Wars Battlefront 2? If you got 60 bucks to throw away and you just want to play a campaign, it's probably worth it. I haven't played the campaign, but when it comes down to multiplayer and split screen, it's not worth it. But we are here already. That was a quick trip to Marco's Pizza. Gonna pick up a pizza and some cheesy bread, head back, and probably play some Call of Duty World War II Nazi zombies for the first time, and then go see Justice League later tonight. So, about to grab this pizza. See you guys in the next clip. Whew, it is freezing outside, but just got done seeing Justice League and I've heard a lot of good things about this movie going in. Some people saw it last night on Thursday. They told me that they enjoyed it. They thought it was fun. They thought it was a right step for the DCEU. Now that I have seen Justice League, my initial thought is disappointment. I wanted to like this movie so bad, and I enjoyed parts of it. I thought it was fun at times, but just so many different story elements I couldn't get over. I thought it was kind of sloppy. The CGI was horrendous. The CGI was so bad. There's a scene, I think it's actually in one of the trailers, where Aquaman is walking back into the ocean, and behind him it almost looks like, I'm going to try to find this clip, it almost looks like a cardboard cutout of glaciers and like a frozen tundra is behind him, and it looks so bad. The green screen is awful, and that happens multiple times throughout this movie. The CGI is horrible in this movie. The first scene in the movie, they show a flashback clip of Superman, and oh my goodness, that CGI almost makes the entire movie like unwatchable. It almost puts such a bad taste in your mouth right from the start that it's like, is this really what we're in for? But the villain was CGI, as you saw in the trailers, and it didn't need to be. I don't know why they didn't just throw a human character in a costume, give him some prosthetics, and then CGI around him, kind of enhance a little bit, and do like performance capture, rather than making a full CGI villain that nobody can really connect to a full CGI character. It looks more or less like something you would see in a like World of War or a World of Warcraft trailer or game or something like that. I thought it was such a misstep to just completely make the villain 100% CGI. I didn't understand the point of that. But nonetheless, getting into the actual Justice League members, everybody said that Flash stole the movie for them. In my opinion, I thought Ezra Miller as Flash was annoying. I did not really enjoy any part of the movie that he was in. I know I might be in the minority of this. A lot of people seem to kind of laugh at the stuff that he was saying throughout the movie, but I thought it was so cheesy that it borderlined on cringy, and I just really kind of thought it was out of place, and I didn't enjoy the character, and I wanted to. I like the character of Flash. I like that comic book character, and I wanted to enjoy him in this movie. Cyborg, another new character that was thrown in this movie, did nothing for me. I didn't enjoy the character, but I didn't hate the character. It just didn't move the needle either way for me. So Cyborg was just kind of a wash. Aquaman, I loved Aquaman in this movie. Jason Momoa was great. I really am excited to see more of the Aquaman character. His movie comes out next year. I really did enjoy Aquaman in this movie. Probably one of my favorite parts in the movie. Wonder Woman, again, Gal Gadot, like, seriously, could you find a more perfect human being in this world? Like, Gal Gadot is perfect, and she plays Princess Diana, like, amazing. Or Diana Prince, amazing, and I super enjoyed her character again. Wonder Woman is stealing my heart. She is climbing up the charts as not just my favorite DC character, but one of my favorite characters in film. Not even just comic book characters. I absolutely love Wonder Woman on screen, and I really hope that we see a Wonder Woman 2 fairly soon. Batman in this movie, Bruce Wayne, I thought was much better than Batman v Superman. Ben Affleck connected a little bit more. He had a little bit more to do in this movie, and building the Justice League as he did, I thought that it was just much better than what we saw in Batman v Superman, and I enjoyed what we saw of Ben Affleck in this movie. I mean, there were parts, especially the introduction to Batman in this movie, I was kind of like, why, like, what's happening, why is this happening? But that kind of veers more towards the villain, and how the villain arrived, why his parademons are showing up, why is Steppenwolf just why is he coming to Earth right now? It just didn't make any sense for me, and Batman kind of got roped into that mess as well. But for the most part, I really did enjoy Ben Affleck as Batman in this movie, and I know, you guys might hate me for saying this, but everybody knows it. The movie is called Justice League. Superman is in this movie. He comes back. We saw it at the end of Batman v Superman. The stuff was kind of, like, the dirt was rising on his grave. Everybody knows Superman's coming back in this movie, so don't yell at me in the comments for saying Superman's in this movie. But I did not like him in this movie. I didn't. I thought everything with Superman in this movie just seemed way too convenient. Like, things just happened. And the way they bring him back, I wanted to just scream, because with a comic book character like Superman, where he gets his power from, what makes Superman on Earth super, like, why did they do what they did to bring him back, just baffles me. It's just so frustrating that the writing for this movie, the direction, everything is just, I feel like, so lazy. Everything they do is like, I don't understand. I don't understand. But, I mean, it is a Justice League movie. I think there is enough positive vibe, like enough positive hype behind this movie from what people have started to say, that the movie should make decent money on opening weekend. I mean, my theater was pretty much full for this movie. I mean, they spent like $300+ million on this movie. It's obviously, like, there's no way it's going to break like Avengers $200 million mark, but there's no way the movie should make less than like $125 million on opening weekend. For, like, it's the Avengers of the DC. It's going to make money. There's no reason for it not to. It's fun enough with it only being 2 hours long that you can sit through it and not hate your life during it. Even though I thought it was disappointing, it is still fun to see on the big screen these characters coming together. The chemistry is good. I enjoyed the chemistry between the characters. They actually seemed to feel like they were working through issues of having to become a team and finally coming together at the end to have that stronger Justice League. The movie being 2 hours, I would definitely recommend going to see, even though I didn't necessarily enjoy it like as much as I wanted to. I still think it does have some fun moments throughout, and there are 2 post-credit scenes that I absolutely loved, and the second post-credit scene was my favorite part of this entire 2-hour-long movie. That second post-credit scene was amazing. I loved it. I loved that second post-credit scene, and it makes me excited for maybe some of the direction that they're moving forward in with this DCEU. But if I was to rate this movie, I would give it maybe a 5. I know that's still an F, but a 50% for me. When Batman v Superman was like a 30%, like, I gave Batman v Superman like a 3. I really hated that movie. Wonder Woman was probably a 9.5 or 10. So again, a step back, but also a step forward. So is it the step forward that I wanted them to make? No. But is it a step forward from Batman v Superman? Yes. Hopefully they have creative things to do in the future to move forward, and I guess I'm excited for what they have in store next, as long as they've got Gal Gadot included. But yeah, I enjoyed parts of it, and about to head back to John's and pass out, and I'll see you guys in the morning.
Yeah. Woke up, couldn't remember what my dream was, but it was probably the same one, where I'm sitting at an easel in the rain with a masterpiece, trying not to let the paint run. It ain't really nothing new, cousin bare knuckle boxer with the snooze button, but he never stays down. I've had mornings where I wanted to tell him I wasn't coming, but man, that's how I'm feeling every day now. Take a breath, punch the clock, here we go again. Straighten out the name tag, tuck the polo in. Trying to swallow my pride, but going out of my mind. Taking orders from motherfuckers I'm older than. Lunch break, come back to make chump change. Starting to feel like I'm running out of some days. Yeah, cross my heart, hope to die. My love letter with no reply. Close my eyes and imagine, what if anything could really happen? What if daydreams was everlasting? I know it's silly, ain't it? But what if I really made it and could say that I rap without feeling humiliated? I would send a thank you to everybody I proved wrong. Be in the studio before I put my shoes on. Jump out my bed every morning like a youngin' on December 25th and tear the ribbon off a new song. They would love it and they play it loud. Pour out my heart on the cut, they soak it up like a paper towel. They would stop me in the street every week just to say, keep holding down the city, boy, you make us proud. I'll be happy as could be, dude, like I jumped right out of the fishbowl and into the deep blue. But there I go, letting my mind get ahead of me, swimming in the rainy day reverie. Clock out, bus home and change costumes. Sometimes I wonder what I'm in it for. Another night, another 20-minute chance to convince 20 people that I'm worth 20 minutes more. If I knew that even one lone listener was with it, I would spit it till the club had to close down. Like a tired old horn player blowing with his case.
Alright guys, so just got done at the gym. Didn't miss this Indiana weather though. It is like 45, almost 50 degrees, so it's not too cold, but it is raining and it's super gross. But did have a good workout. Not a fan of trying out an LA Fitness for 15 bucks, like a day pass for 15 bucks. I tried out Destination Dallas for free. LA Fitness, not a fan. Alright guys, it is Sunday morning, getting ready to leave Indy now. Came back last night after Qdoba, didn't play any more Star Wars Battlefront 2 just because I didn't feel the need to play that game again. Other than the campaign, like I said before, didn't like the multiplayer, didn't like the co-op arcade, and then we downloaded Call of Duty World War II and we played Zombies. Again, I didn't play the multiplayer or the campaign on World War II, but the Zombies, I didn't like the mechanics of it. Compared to Black Ops 1, 2, and 3 Zombies, I just wasn't a huge fan. The playability, like the replayability after we died a couple times and kept playing through, like the replayability factor just wasn't really there. So we decided, after spending 60 bucks on Battlefront 2, 60 bucks on World War II Zombies, we decided to download something that was a little bit cheaper, which was Fortnite, and give that a try. And we ended up and played that like 6 hours last night before bed. Like I said, it's Sunday morning. We played it 6 hours when we woke up today. And yeah, that game is super fun. It just goes to show you don't need all the bells and whistle and downloadable content and all these fancy different things that Star Wars and Call of Duty is throwing at you. If you have something that's simple and fun to play with others, that's a good game. And Fortnite nailed it. That game was so much fun, and I think I'm going to start streaming that game, honestly. Maybe play it with some of you guys if you want to, because I just had so much fun with it. But this is going to end the vlog. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. If you did, make sure to give it a thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed, go hit that red subscribe button down below, and I'll talk to you guys in the next one. Peace.